Hi everyone, welcome to episode 37 of This Homespun Life. My name is Lorianne and you're joining me from very overcast South Florida. It is Sunday, July 5th, 2015. Happy belated 4th of July, happy belated Independence Day to those in the States. Hope you all had a great time with family and friends and had some good food and lots of great festivities. I didn't do any of that. I didn't cook or anything like that. I stayed home because I had a lot of projects I was working on. So I just stayed home and relaxed, which was good. I needed a little bit of a break. So, as I said, my name is Lorianne. It's Sunday the 5th. What else is going on? Yesterday was the start of the Tour de France, which means it was the start of Tour de Fleece. I don't know how many of you guys are taking part in that, but I'm taking part in both that and Stash Dash 2015. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm knitting. So, as I said, I have a lot of projects going on, so I am multitasking this week. So I'll be talking a little bit about both of those events. This week we'll talk about, I'll have finished objects, knitting and spinning. Not much progress on the weaving side, so I won't even be bringing that up. And then in the third half of the show, what will we talk about? I found a new app that I'm liking it. I haven't really used it to the full potential yet, but I'll talk to you a little bit about that app and to see your thoughts on that. So let's get started with finished objects. Finished objects. I actually have finished objects this week. Yay! The first is this pair of socks. These are my June socks. I almost said July socks. June socks. And I'm totally loving this colorway. This is the Deborah Norville Premier Sock yarn. And the colorway name is Spring Fling. Right? Is that what it's called? Spring Fling. Yes. So there's the information there. Got it at Hobby Lobby. 230 yards, 210 meters per ball. I ended up on these socks using about 300 and almost 350 yards because it's a thinner yarn than the Patton's Croy, and I used a US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter needles. This is my standard sock, about 1.5 inches of 2x2 twisted rib, plain vanilla, fish lips kiss heel, and a standard toe decrease. And I found that these things work great for me. So what happened is I was trying to keep the stripes going, you know, on the both socks, and I actually messed up, although the mess up looks really good. As you can tell, they do not match, but they are opposites. So I pulled one from the outside of the ball and I pulled one from the inside of the ball, and so the colors are mirrored on the socks. I like it. It's cute and it's a really nice colorway. So if you're in the market for some really pretty socks, very nice feeling fabric that's created, because this is 50% superwash merino wool, 25% rayon, 25% nylon. So it is really soft. I liked working with it. It felt really good while working with it. So it's a joy. I love these colors. So that's the first finished object, and this of course went into my Stash Dash total. So that's the first thing. You know that I've been working on my Bailey's Irish Cream. I know the printout is terrible. Bailey's Irish Cream Cardigan by Thea Coleman. I finally finished that. So it's going to be awkward for me to show this to you, but here goes. Okay, this is terrible. All kinds of fuzz on this. But yes, I finished the cardigan. Haven't woven in the ends yet. Sorry about that. But I blocked it yesterday, hemmed the edging this morning. You can see the great stitch definition on the lace. There you go. Came out really nice, really nice. Raglan shaping for the sleeves and the shoulders. The really pretty little delicate lace on the neckline all the way around. Very pretty. This also had waist shaping. You won't be able to see it, I don't think, or maybe you can. A little bit of shaping going on up here. See it coming up a little bit. So in all, I'm very happy with the way this turned out. If you recall, I was making this one for my mom for Mother's Day. And I was making the size large, and I forgot about that because I had given her the one I made for myself for Mother's Day instead. And so when I was able to start trying this on, I was like, wait a minute, this feels really roomy. And I was able to put the sleeves on, and I was like, why are the sleeves so wide? And then I remembered I had made a large instead of a medium. So but it's fine. It's meant to be kind of worn in the house, you know, worn just as a very comfy, cozy kind of thing. So I'm fine with that. Now you can see there are no fasteners on this yet. The original pattern calls for a button band to be added on both sides, and then, you know, buttons added. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is sew a zipper into this. So first I'm going to need to get some ribbon and attach the ribbon to these cables, and then sew the zipper onto that. So the knitting portion of this is done, so I'm calling it done. And so I can put the information into my Stash Dash totals. But there are some ends that haven't been woven in yet. I accept that. I will weave them in as time goes on. I will sew the zipper in after Stash Dash because I really don't have the time for that right now. But let me read you my totals. So I ended up using a US size 6, which is a 4mm needle because my size 5s were broken. I used 4 full skeins of this Loops and Threads wool-like in the mauve colorway. Use 4 full skeins, but remember I was holding it double, so that counts as 2 full skeins. So that would be 620 meters. Actually doubled that, so that would be 1240 meters. And then I had to go out and buy 2 more skeins because I needed it to finish the yoke and to do the neck and to hem the lower portion. So I weighed what was left over, which is what is suggested by Lala on the Stash Dash boards on Ravelry. If y'all are doing Stash Dash, please go read the rules and make sure you follow them as best you can. So I weighed what was left over, did my subtractions and multiplications, and it came to the point that I used 1,292.7 meters, or 1,413 yards. So that's my total for the Bailey's Irish Cream. I am, like I said, I'm happy with the way it came out. It took a while. This one took a while, but it's okay. It's great. It's gonna be one of those go-to cardigans or little pullovers that you use, not pullover, cardigan, that you use when you're schlepping around the house and you just want to be comfy. So yay for the Bailey's Irish Cream. I am happy. So that's it for finished objects. Now on to works in progress. I'm working on my July socks. This really gorgeous colorway. I am really liking it. This is the ball. It's not the best representation of it, but you get the idea of what the colors look like. This is Patton's Croy socks in the colorway Route 66. Now I have not seen this colorway before. I got it at Michael's, and I posted on Instagram to see if anyone else had ever seen it, and no one said they were familiar with it. So I don't know, this may be a brand new colorway. Got it at Michael's. It's knitting up really well. I'm really liking the colors. I am trying a new technique with knitting. I'm doing the 2 circulars thing that some people do with socks. I've never tried it before. These are the Chow-Gu red lace needles. This is a US 1 again, 2.25 millimeter. And, you know, I started this on July 1st, obviously. This is as far as I've gotten because I've been working on the cardigan, spending a lot of time on that. So I haven't made a whole lot of progress. But, the 2 circular thing is kind of fiddly for me. It's not my favorite technique. What I would prefer to do is magic loop, but I don't have cables that are long enough. This is only, I want to say 24 inches. Each one of these is 24. So I'm just gonna work it the best I can. If it gets too fiddly or too uncomfortable, then I will I can always switch to DPNs. But I'm liking the way it's coming out, and I think they will be cute. So that's my July socks. Again, Patton's Croy socks in the Route 66 colorway, if you want to check that out. I am also working on this beautiful thing right here. This is my second, how can I even show this to you? This is my second hitchhiker. Now the points look weird right now. I'm not sure why they're kind of pointing upwards. I don't know. They'll, as we knitters say, that ish'll block right out. So I'm not worried about it. I am now, oh, look at the beautiful colors though. I love the way these colors are transitioning from a gray blue to a nice pretty green to a gentle transition into this bright happy blue, and now I'm moving into a purpley shade. Blue and purples together. Hard to tell with this lighting. But what am I using? I'm using hand spun. Ooh, that didn't do the camera really any favors. This is hand spun. This is 4 ounces of Polworth that I spun last year and plied during Tour de Fleece last year. So full circle moment, guys. Full circle moment. This of course is gonna go towards my Stash Dash totals, so yay for that. I don't have the tag with me, but this is from oh dear, Keegan Lane Yarns, I believe. And it's called Further Up and Further In. It was from the 2012 edition of, like, I do have the tag, I just don't remember where I put it. But I'll put the information in later when I find it. But it's 4 ounces, end up being 626 yards of a 2-ply, just 570 something meters. I don't remember. But I love the way it's turning out. I mean, if I didn't know, I would not have thought that this was hand spun. I'm not over here tooting my own horn, okay? Relax. I'm not trying to say I'm the best spinner in the world, but I am saying that I'm proud of what I was able to do. And this was done over a year ago. I did not have a wheel. I spun on my supported spindle, 4 ounces of fiber. And when I got the wheel, no, I applied it on the spindle too. If I remember correctly, I applied it on the spindle too. And got over 600 yards. So I am happy, I'm thrilled with it. It turned out to be fingering weight. And I'm excited. So this is a US 3.25 millimeter needle, and circular, obviously. And I'm just going to town. I'm currently at, this marks the 20th point. So I'm currently at 23 points. More than halfway there. So, excuse me. So, yeah, I'm excited. This is going to help bump up my levels some more, because you know that I had to make some changes to what I was working on for Stash Dash. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about that in the third half of the show. So that's it for knitting. Let's move on to spinning. So with spinning, we all know Tour de Fleece is underway, and I have some big goals. So you all should remember this, right? This is what I'm spinning. I was spinning before. It's the mix of Superwash Merino and Tencel from Enchanted Knoll. Didn't actually have a colorway name, but it was meant to remind you of the ocean and a campground and a nice fire. So I have this little bit left, and then I have this little segment as well to finish up 2 ounces. And you see that I'm doing it on my supported spindle. This is the same spindle that I used to spin the Polworth that I'm using to knit the Hitchhiker right now. So this has a special place in my heart. This spindle here, it spins really fine, really fine. So it's getting to the point now where it's heavy and it's slowing down a little bit, which is not fun, but it'll be all right. I'm still getting a pretty good thin yarn, as you can see. Well, no, you can't see. There you go. And this is a little bit thicker than I normally get it, but it's still a good thickness where plied I should get, I think I should get a lace weight or a light fingering. Yeah, I should get either a heavy lace or a light fingering with this. So remember that the 2nd ounce is here. Have it on a straw, ready to be plied. I still have 2 ounces that haven't been spun. I may spin it on the wheel. I don't know. Depends how some other things go. But this is all that's left of the next ounce, and then I will ply. And I'm hoping to get some good yardage from this. I really am. So that's what's going on the supported spindle. On the wheel, it's a little bit of a different story. Not much to see right now. It's hard to tell what's going on because I just started this yesterday. But this is a mixture of Polworth and silk. Is that working? It's a mixture of Polworth and silk. That green bit is the leader yarn. And let me show you the fiber. I got the Polworth from the Unwind Yarn Company. That's Dana. And it's called Amazon. So it's 4 ounces of Polworth. And this is what that looks like. You've seen this before. I showed it a couple episodes ago. Now this is what it looks like fluffed out and not really pre-drafted. I just fluffed it because it came in a braid. And so I separated it. This is 2 ounces. I fluffed it and kind of got it ready for spinning. I love these colors. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful, beautiful colors. So that's the Polworth. Then I'm also putting with it, or trying to mix with it, 2 ounces of silk that I got from Euphoric Fibers. They are based in Florida. Did she put the address? Not really. I spoke with Ginger when I met her at the Florida Fiber Frolic about 2 years ago. So if you want information, it's euphoricfibers.com. They're in Central Florida. And I got 2 ounces of silk. This is 1 ounce. As you see, it's uncolored or natural colored. And that's the silk. Gorgeous shine. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I am trying to kind of mix it with the Polworth and get something really pretty. I don't know how it's gonna work because they're not combed together or carded together. I'm getting big slubs of the silk mixed in with the very fine Polworth. So we'll see. Let me show you the bobbin again. So you can see it's not really well mixed in, and so I'm having a hard time controlling it, but that's fine. What I may end up doing is doing a 3-ply where I spin those 4 ounces of Polworth on 2 bobbins, and then I have 1 bobbin of the silk and just do a 3-ply that way so that I can still get good yardage but also get the mixture of the 2 fibers. So let's see how that works out. I may end up doing that because I want to get through this as quickly as possible. And this is my wheel. If y'all don't remember, it's from Heavenly Hand Spinning. It's the electric wheel called the Vespera. I got it on Woolery.com, so you can check that out. But that's it for spinning. That's it for really what's going on in the fiber world right now. So let's move on to the third half of the show and talk about some miscellany. So, miscellany. A couple of things I just wanted to briefly talk about. So Stash Dash. I'm sorry for if the lighting has changed a little bit. It suddenly got very dark outside. I think we're going to have another thunderstorm. We've been having them all week, actually for a couple of weeks. But in the last couple of days, they've gotten really intense. So we're getting to that time of the day where they're flaring up. So I'm going to run through this as quickly as possible because I don't want to be recording while there's a thunderstorm. So a couple of things I wanted to talk to y'all about. Stash Dash and Tour de Fleece. 1, are you all taking part in them? And 2, how are you doing with your goals? For me with Stash Dash, as I said last episode, I had a number of items that I wanted to get done, and I'm in the 5K group, so that's 5,000 meters. Looking back on it now, I know that I was a bit too ambitious with the items I wanted to get finished. So as I posted on Instagram a little bit after I put the episode up, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to change my change my projects a little bit. So one of the things I did is I took the Salix shawl off the list, even though that was going to give me probably close to 1,000 yards or over 1,000 yards. Had to take that off. I know I was not going to get that done. So the Salix shawl is off. What I was planning to do for spinning was spin sock yarn. You know, I had some superwash BFL and nylon that I was going to spin for sock yarn. So I was banking on like 300 yards with that. I had to take that off the list because I need more yardage. So that's why I put the Pullworth and Silk on the wheel, because I'm looking for 600, at least 600 yards. Hopefully more. Yeah, 600 yards out of that for a 2-ply. I can do that. I can get that. And then I'm also looking at about 300 yards for the Superwash Merino Tencel. I think I should get that if I only spin the 2 ounces, because it's coming out really thin. If I do the 4 ounces, I'm knitting, that's why I'm looking down. If I do the 4 ounces, I should get a lot more. So let's see what kind of time I have. If I try to spin the 4 ounces on the supported spindle, I won't get through it in time. So we'll have to see what the time is like. And then in the middle of all of that, or towards the end of all of that, I'll be going up north on that trip to New York, the very beginning of August. So that's gonna take my knitting and spinning time out of it. So I need to really buckle down. The cardigan helped a lot because that's over 1,200 meters. So yay for that. The hitchhiker will help. It'll be 570 meters. I'm planning to do, I did one pair of socks for May, one pair of socks for June. I'm working on my July socks, and I should get at least one sock for August. And I still really, really want to finish my Hitofude cardigan. Like, I really want to finish it. So now that I've gotten that cardigan off the needles, I'm going to put some more time into the Hitofude. Hopefully I can finish it by the middle of August. So we'll see. Got a lot going on, as is normal. So I'll keep you abreast of what's going on. Follow me on Instagram. I update all my stuff there. Even before I put it on Ravelry, I update there. And follow the hashtags for Stash Dash 2015 and Tour de Fleece 2015. Lots of really cool things out there on Instagram. Now, an app that I've heard of for a while and wasn't too sure about downloading, but I finally did, is Periscope. Now, I think it's only for iOS, if I am not mistaken. I haven't been able to see it on the Android marketplace, but I'll check again. But I downloaded it, and it's been cool. I have not put out my own scope yet. If you all are not familiar with it, it's an app that allows you to record video of whatever you want, daily life or a particular event or something like that. But it's not like YouTube where you record the video, you can edit, you can make it pretty, and then upload it to the service. With Periscope, it's just live. Once you turn it on, it's out there to the world. There is no saving, no editing, no uploading. So that's why I have been nervous. That's why I haven't done my own scope, because I'm not good with the whole live in living color, no edit thing. So, but I will record something at some point. And please be gentle. But I've been following some really cool people on there. I started following Gigi Made It. She is on Instagram. She does amazing knitwear. She uses interesting yarns, nice combinations of fiber. And so she's great to follow on Instagram, but definitely follow her on Periscope as well. Excuse me. From following her, I've been able to find a lot of other people on the Periscope that are very fun and entertaining and informative, and it's been fun. It's been really fun. So I thank Gigi for that. You can follow me on Periscope if you want. It's the same, what do you call that? I have the same label as on Twitter. So it's THS Homespun Life. That's This Homespun Life without an I. THS Homespun Life. Instagram, I am Homespun Life. Ravelry, I'm home-spun. The website is thishomespunlife.com. I forgot to upload last week's episode on the blog, so I need to do that, and I need to put this episode up there as well. YouTube, you know, it's This Homespun Life. Search for me there. You'll find all the episodes. I'm on iTunes as This Homespun Life. So yeah, you can follow me there. I'll let you all know when I put my first scope up, and you can check it out. But until then, I'm going to keep knitting on my socks. Whoopsie. I'm going to keep knitting on my socks. I need to have some lunch because I'm getting lightheaded. And then I need to finish up laundry, do my hair, and all kinds of fun stuff. So you all have a great... Could have told me my color was up, people. Come on now. Had me looking all crazy. Anyway, y'all have a great day, great week, great 2 weeks. Have fun with all the projects you're working on. If you're taking part in any of these summer alongs, have fun. It is not supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be fun. I know we all want to win, but come on. It's all about fun. So take care. I will see y'all in 2 weeks. And I guess that's it. Alrighty. Bye.